Okay, so let's get started. Please confirm, can you able to hear my voice, see my screen?
No, no, I cannot hear your voice.
Yeah, I'm just sharing my screen.
Yes, it's visible right now.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes, yes,
Voice is clear, right, for everyone?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for the confirmation. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, see, as you already know, that we are going to start with Linux first, right? We'll be starting with Linux. The only request is already if you are a working professional and if you have some knowledge with Linux, then please bear with me for some time, at least for 1 or 2 classes. This is because we have students from all streams, that is from MBA, civil engineering, mechanical, BBM, BCom. We have all kinds of students here, so that is a thing. And apart from that, uh, see, first thing, please note, Linux is a ocean here, okay? And you cannot learn everything for Linux. See, whatever we are learning only on the perspective of DevOps. Whatever which is required to work as a DevOps engineer, that will learn here in Linux. And Linux is a ocean, man. You cannot learn it. It takes years, right? So that is the one thing. And other request is, please bear with my handwriting. My handwriting is not that much good, or I'm not a professional. Please, if you have any questions, please clarify them in there itself, right? So let's get started. We'll start from very basics. Even if you're from tech background or non-tech background, doesn't matter. Please bear with me, okay? So we'll start. See, whatever the things that I'll be discussing here, it's going to be similar to your story, okay? First, I'll be explaining you one story, a common one. Then I'll link this with your what happened here. Then I'll link this with your computer science or DevOps, whatever the things. Fine. So this is how the flow goes. First, just to give me a sec. Okay. So you can able to see my screen, right? Guys, please anyone.
Yes, 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 yes. Your
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah. See, let us assume we have two persons here. Okay. And this is me, Sachin, and this is another person. Let's say, what's his name? Let's say we have a person in our training, Mahesh. Okay. Mahesh or Rabin, someone. And I'm from Karnataka. I know Kannada. This is my language. He is from Hyderabad or is from Kerala, some maybe, right? So his language may be Malayalam or his language may be Telugu. Now, if I wanted to communicate with him, if I wanted to have a communication with him, either I should know Telugu, right? Or otherwise I cannot communicate. If this person wants to communicate with me, then he should be knowing either Telugu or some language. So in that way, you cannot directly able to communicate with me, or I cannot able to directly communicate with this person, correct? Right? So in that way, what I can do now, I can have another person in the middle. Okay. What this person can do, this person kind of a mediator. Okay. What he'll do, he'll mediator or a translator. So what he can do, he'll receive whatever I'll say in Kannada and he'll translate, and he'll translate to Malayalam or Telugu and he'll say it. And what he'll do from this side, he'll also receive whatever the information from this guy, and translate it to Kannada and he'll inform to me. This is what he's doing, right? Correct. So just I hope everybody understood this story, right? And let us just give me a sec.
Sachin's screen is freezed, I hope.
Can you able to see my screen?
Yeah, we can see. I think it is freezed.
Freeze. Oh.
Yeah, now it's working.
No, actually I'm sharing my another screen here.
Yeah.
You can able to see this red one, 2%.
Yeah. Before, when you were explaining, no, at that time we couldn't.
Okay. I was just writing something here. Can you able to see
Yeah.
all these things, right? Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. Okay. Now, see, just same story relate here. Okay. Now, this Malayalam guy or another guy, just similar to this. Let's say this is your computer. Okay. What is the computer language? Anybody knows, sir?
Bit code, byte.
Binary.
Binary.
See, it is binary. That is in zeros and ones, correct? Computer understands only in binary language. This is the language of computer, just like Kannada and Telugu. Okay. And here we are. We are the human beings, correct? So what is our language? Our language is English. So now, can I able to communicate directly with a guy with binary language?
Sachin.
No. Yeah, yes, please.
So, your screen is again freeze.
Oh, what's happening? Can you able to see
Yeah.
this?
Yes. Now we are able to see.
Yeah. Okay. So now there is another one guy and there is another guy just similar to this story. I just replace one person with a computer, right? And here, this language, what is the language of a computer? It is binary. And what is the language of human beings? It's English. Now, how I can directly communicate? There is no other way, right? I cannot directly communicate with computer. So what I need one middleman, correct? So what is that? I need one middleman. It's like a translator, okay, or a mediator, correct? So what I can do, you can just take input from me and I can convert that into binary. And you can also take an input from operating system and you can convert it into our understandable language, correct? So that translator here, it was an human being, correct? Now here it is nothing but your operating system. Okay, I think everybody is clear on this. If you have any doubt, please let me know.
Clear, sir.
Sachin, but screen is got screen. Freezed again. Like we couldn't able to see the drawings what you are doing.
Is it? Why this is happening? Just give me a second. I'll just change my network. Just a sec, guys. I'll just change my network. Hmm. Okay, now can you guys able to see my screen? I just shared. Please confirm.
Yeah, it's visible.
Guys, can you see
Visible.
this?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. I hope everybody understood this story, whatever I've explained. See, here it's kind of a translator. Okay. What is the translator? It is an operating system. What this operating system is doing, it is providing just an interface between whom? Between us, a computer user, and hardware devices, right? Hardware is nothing but your computer, or let's say, just for your understanding, it's your computer. It is just providing an interface between computer user and hardware components. It helps for communication building with your hardware components. That is what it is doing, right? I think everybody understood this story. If you have any doubts, please let me know. Even if it is a simple question, please do not hesitate. Okay, clear, guys?
Yes,
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, let's. Okay. Now see what happens next. Please bear with my handwriting. That is the only request. Now, what happens? See, we have a computer. In this computer, now we have a operating system. Okay. Just to get in deep with whatever the story that we discussed just now, now let me show you all these things. If this is your computer, what are the components of computer first? See, components of computers are your what is that? Your RAM, random access memory, your CPU, your hard disk. These are the hello.
I think your screen of right now also stop.
Again, it's freezed.
Yes, yes.
Just your screen showing what happened next only.
Sachin, actually, when you are writing, no, at that time we couldn't able to see the screen. After writing, if you change one screen to another screen, so then we can see after completed what you are writing, no, that we can see.
Now it's visible.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope you guys able to understand what I'm saying, right? I'll just find a solution for it tomorrow. No, I can't, so that's why. Can you able to relate what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
is it same case with everyone, guys?
Yes.
I don't know what
Yeah.
happened.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So see, these are the components of any computer, right? Now these components language, as you already know, you have a binary, that is in zeros and ones, correct? See, this is how it has been implemented. First you have a hardware components. Okay, on top of it, we are the human beings who wants to communicate with these hardware devices. Okay, and to communicate directly, we don't have a common language. So that's why what we have in the middle, it is an operating system that you have inside your laptop. Everything is here, correct? I think everybody is clear till now. So now what happens after this? Now you can able to see my screen, guys. Anybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So now see, it is the same case with your mobile as well, correct? See, you have your what is that, RAM, you have your 128 GB storage, you have an operating system. What is that operating system? You have Android operating system, and this is how here you cannot directly able to communicate with these devices, so you have an operating system through which you are able to do it, right? So now now what happens after this, that is what we are going to discuss. Let's say this is your CPU, let's say this is your RAM, this is your CPU, and this is your hard disk, and on top of your hardware devices you have my operating system. Okay, please let me know if you are not if my screen is not.
Yes.
Yeah,
Not visible actually. Again, not visible. It is.
So just when you're completing, so that time you just switch your screen. It will be automatically affected.
now is it visible?
Yes.
Why, I don't know. Yeah, okay. So here we have all our hardware components. Here we have our operating system, and let's say Facebook is an application, right? Correct. So Facebook is my application where I'll be installing, where you'll install all your applications inside your phone. You'll be installing all of them on top of your operating system, right? Inside your operating system, you're going to install your Facebook application, Flipkart, Amazon, all these applications you're going to install on top of your operating system, correct? So that is how, see, this Facebook or any application is being developed by whom? Somebody called as developers. These developers, what they'll use, they'll be using something called as a programming language. Using this programming language, they'll write the programs. Using these programs, they are creating your Facebook or Flipkart applications. I hope if you don't know this, it's fine. We'll be discussing that. Just for your basic understanding, I'm telling this. Okay. And see, this Facebook application you are going to install on top of your operating system. Now, as you already know, this has been created by human being. And see, I'm just switching my screen just if there are any problems.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. If you're doing
Yeah.
working.
Yeah. This Facebook application has been created by this human being, and there are hardware components. So we are installing on top of operating system so that we can able to provide and if we can able to communicate with this hardware components. Fine. So now what happens whenever you double click on any application, let's say this is your computer, and inside this computer we have one application, let's say Notepad, similar to that. And whenever I double click on this open this Notepad, let's say there is an application, this is my application, right? Can you see this? Notepad is an application. If I just click on this, it is opened here, right? Correct. Now whenever I double click on any of the application here, what happens internally inside your laptop, computer, or specifically inside your hardware components, inside your RAM? See, please remember this process, what is happening. And if you know already know this, well and good. If you don't know, please learn. Okay, what happens when you double click on any of the application? A process gets created. This is the process gets created inside your RAM first. A process is nothing but your hello.
Yes.
Yeah. See, a process one whenever you double click on this any of the application, what happens? A process gets created inside your RAM. What is this process? It is just think like you are giving a birth to your child. Okay, that is what you are doing. You are giving a birth to any of the application. That is what you are doing. Fine, and that process once it is created in your RAM. Once it is created, it is being assigned. It is assigned to CPU for managing that process. Okay, please note this. Inside your operating system, you have installed one application. That application is Notepad. Once you double click on this application, what it will do? What is the process? First, it creates a something called as a process inside your RAM. Once it is created, it has been assigned to CPU for managing that process. Okay, that is what happening. Let's see now. I'll just close this application and I'll be opening. If you just right click on your taskbar and if you go to task manager, here you can able to see all the processes. Okay, now all are able to see my screen, right? Yes.
Yes.
See, these are all the processes which are already running. And if you just search for Notepad, there is nothing is running, right? Because I just closed my Notepad. See, please observe here whatever the thing I just showed you. If I just click on this Notepad application, now see somewhere here, this one. Can you able to see this? Notepad.exe. Okay. See, whatever the thing I just explained you, this is what happening inside your computer. Whenever, if you wanted to see it again, I'll just close this. See, that is gone. That process is killed or died. If I click on that, see, a process gets created and it is being handled by your CPU. And if I just close this application or any application, see, if I just close it, this will automatically killed, right? See, that is gone. So this is what happens whenever you open any application. I think everybody is clear on this. Any doubts till now, guys?
No.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, let us go to next stage. If you have any doubts, please let me know. I think everybody is clear on until now. We discussed what we discussed. What is operating system? Why we need operating system? And whenever any application is been installed on top of your operating system, what is the process happening? This is the process happening, right? I hope everybody is clear on this. Then we'll go to next stage. That is, see, we are discussing about an operating system. Now, here in operating system, we have two kinds of an operating systems. Okay. First one is graphical user interface based operating system. Okay. And the second one is command line based. Okay. In operating system, we have two kinds of an operating system. First one is graphical user interface based and second one is command line interface based. So the example for graphical user interface is your Windows. Okay. And example for your command line. See, first let me tell you what is this graphical user interface, GUI. They also pronounce it as GUI, GUI, graphical user interface. In any of the operating system, if you're just looking at these icons, or I can also call them as a graphics. Windows, this is my Windows operating system, correct? You can able to see my screen, and here there are multiple icons, right? If I just double click on this, you can able to see this, and if I just double click on some of the things, you can able to see something, right? If I just click on Windows, you can able to see something. If you are performing the operations based on these icons, based on these graphics, then that kind of operating system, we call it as a graphical user interface based operating system. Clear, guys? I hope you are clear on this. If you're just looking at the icons, you are clicking, double click with here and there, then the work is done. So that is your Windows operating system. Clear? Now we'll come to command line based operating system. In command line based, we have Linux. Okay. In Windows, we also have another category known as Web UI. Okay, this will not be using. Don't worry about that. Our major focus is on Linux. I hope you understood what is graphical user based operating system. And now we are discussing about command line. See, now whatever the thing, see here, you'll be just clicking on the icons, right? Now if you wanted to create one folder here, what I'll do, I'll just go here, select on new, just go to folder, and folder is created. That is what I'm doing. I'm just clicking on some icons. But in command line base, what I need to do, I need to write some command. That's it. Whatever the operations, whatever the things that you do in your Windows operating system, exactly same inside your Linux operating system as well. But what is the difference here? Here you'll be clicking on some icons. Here you'll be writing some commands. That is the only difference, sir. Sir or ma'am, that is the only difference. Okay. And in Linux, we have multiple types, sir. Let me go to this page. Okay. In Linux, we have multiple other types of things. We call it as distros. Distros is nothing but types. Okay. So we have just similar to your Ubuntu, similar to your Windows. Okay. We have Ubuntu, we have CentOS, CentOS, we have Fedora, we have SUSE Linux. There are multiple distros are available. If I just share my screen, I'll just show you distros of Linux. Okay, see, these many Linux or command line based Linux operating systems are available. Okay, and one more thing, guys, your Linux operating system is open source, means it is a free of cost. No need to pay any amount to anyone. That is the major advantage of using your Linux operating system. Clear? See, there are multiple types of Linux operating systems available, and in this course we are going to use Ubuntu as our operating system. Okay, and one more thing quickly, all this Linux based operating systems are open source. That means they are free. Okay, this is the major advantage. And open source is like, why it is open source? It is being managed by some community. Okay, some community of people. They are like kind of volunteers who are managing this Linux operating system. So that is why it is free. And if you compare this with Windows and Linux, Windows is icon based. Here it is a command line based. Okay. Here another thing, it is paid and it is free. Okay. All things Windows, whatever the things that you use inside Windows, let's say, what is that? Your Word, Excel, all those things are paid in Windows, but here it is completely free for lifetime. Okay. It is completely free. And one more thing. Now, if you are an individual, if you are a single person, let's say this is me, and if I wanted to use this Linux operating system for entire lifetime, this is free for me. Okay. But if I'm a company or if I'm an organization, I wanted to use this Linux based operating systems, then again it is free. But see, whenever if there is my company, and let's say there are 10,000 people are working here, and if 10,000 people are working, I'll be using Linux operating system because it is a open source, it is free, right? But if there are some problems come to your free version of your Linux operating system, then there is no support from your open source community, correct? There is no support, or you cannot just call someone for a resolution or for a solution. There are no thousands of people around the world, you cannot directly contact anyone, right? So these are the two disadvantages if you are using as an company or as an organization. So what some companies have come up is just to give you all these things, just to support these things. There are some companies, let's say Red Hat is a famous one. What they provide this support, everything to companies. It is kind of an what I can say, commercial version of your Linux operating system. Okay. Here, if you are an individual, you can able to use it for free for lifetime. If you're an organization, you can also use the same piece of software or Linux for lifetime. But if there are any issues, then there is no support, there is no communication with your open source community, right? Those are the people who are owning it. So that is the problem with free. So then what comes? Then there are some other companies. Let's say there is my Red Hat, and what they'll do, they'll be providing a commercial version of your Linux to organization. That is, they'll provide the support, everything. Okay. And Red Hat, these are just names. If you're listening it for the first time, okay, just keep it in mind. Red Hat is a almost 95 to 99% of organizations, that to Fortune 500 top companies, they are using Red Hat as their servers. Okay, they are using this as a server. Let's just show this. Let me show this. Are you able to see me screen, guys? No voice.
Yes. Screen is visible.
Yeah. Y2 use line Red Hat Linux. Okay, see, the search as why to choose Red Hat Linux, stable security focused operating system, the servers foundation, all those things, that whatever I explained. And if you just go somewhere here, where it is, I saw somewhere. Way to choose Red Hat Linux. Yeah, see here, Red Hat is a trusted partner to more than 90% of the companies in top Fortune 500. That means this is mostly a server operating system, server-based operating system, which is used by topmost companies. So that is why which is preferred. Why? You already know, because there is no support from the open source community. So that's why. So there are some companies who are providing this at some cost. It is not some cost. It is very high. Okay, and see the next point is. Are you guys clear till now? Please confirm, guys. If you have any questions.
Clear.
I hope everybody is clear on this. And Red Hat is also another kind of an operating system, that is Linux based operating system or a type. Okay, but this is a paid. Okay, now if you don't want it to pay for this Red Hat operating system, you have multiple options. But if you wanted to work in the similar environment as of Red Hat, there is an operating system known as CentOS. Okay, this is exactly similar with Red Hat. It is also owned by Red Hat company only. This is for personal use. If you wanted to replicate the same things inside your commercial use of Red Hat, this is the one. Okay, but in this course we'll be mostly using Ubuntu or CentOS. Both will be using. Fine. I hope everybody is clear till now. See, we started with from here. Okay.
Screen was stuck.
Okay. Now I think it's fine. Right. See, Linux mediator translators. What is that operating system? It provides an interface, right? Next, there is in hardware components, CPU, RAM, and what it will do. What happens whenever you create inside your RAM, a process gets created and it is assigned to your CPU for managing purpose. This is what we discussed till now, right? And next we discussed about types of operating system. That is, the first one is graphical user interface based operating system, Windows. What is this graphical user interface? If you just click on those icons and perform your tasks, then that is a graphical user interface. If best example is your Windows. Next comes is your command line. What are the operations you perform using graphical user interface? Same, all those things if you are replicating with the help of your commands that we are going to do after 5 or 10 minutes. If you're performing all those things with the help of commands, then that is a command line based. And command line based, we have a Linux operating system. In Linux operating system, we have many types. We call it as a distros in here. Okay, Ubuntu, CentOS, Fedora, SUSE. There are thousands of flavors of Linux is available in the market, and it is an open source. So it is managed by a community of people and this is free. So just because it is free, you can use it for entire lifetime. But if you're using as an organization, then there is no dedicated support for you guys, or you cannot get a resolution for your queries. So that there are companies, let's say Red Hat, they are providing all this support. So this is a kind of an operating system used by the companies. I hope everybody is clear onto this, and let us move to next part. Okay. Now we'll start with the basic Linux commands first. Basics first. Okay. Now see, if you wanted to work on this Linux based operating system, going forward, maybe after 1 or 2 classes, will be creating a real-time server, Ubuntu server, Linux server. Then we'll start working on it. But as of now, just go to your Google and download this software. Just type it as git bash. Okay. If you just type it as git bash and go to this downloads, git, here Windows, this icon, click on this Windows, come here, you select 64-bit Windows setup, okay, and it has been downloaded. Let's say yes. Just give me a second. And let it download. Any question, guys, meanwhile? I think everybody is good with this. If you have any question, even if it is a simple one, please let me know. See, now it has been downloaded. Just go to that path where it is. Let's just open. See, the screen comes up. Just click on install next. Then you are going to install, because I already installed it. So that's why I'm not doing it. This is why you just need to install this git bash. Okay, just go to Google, search for git bash, and you know the process now. Once it is installed, you come anywhere. Just give me a second. You come anywhere or onto your desktop screen, just create one folder with the name. Let's say I'll create it as a Linux. Okay, this is what I'm creating. And one more thing, if you wanted to create this, this is my folder here, right? I'll just delete it. To create a folder, just go to new, create a folder. This is the way of doing it. If you wanted to do it quickly, just click on Control Shift and enter. This is the shortcut for creating your folders. Fine. And I'll just name it as Linux. Just create one folder, get into it, right click on here. If you're using Windows 10, it will directly come. If you're using Windows 11, just click on show more options. Here you can able to see some option called as open git bash here. Clear? I hope you are clear till now. What you need to do, just create one folder in anywhere, get into it, just right click, go to show more options. You'll see this option, open git bash here. Just double click on it. Clear? You just need to install and just use it here. Okay, just for 2 or 3 days we'll use this one. It creates almost 60 to 70% of it is kind of a replication of your Linux operating system in Windows. That is what you can do here. Okay, now let us actually start our first commands. Okay, now please tell me,
Your voice is not audible, sir.
can you able to hear my voice, guys? Hello?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So now as you already know, I think everybody is clear with Windows Basic. Let's say I wanted to create a folder here. How will you create, sir? Just go to new, click on this folder, and a folder is created. Let's say I'll name it as ABC. Okay, now I already told you whatever the things that we do in Windows operating system, same things that we are going to do with the help of commands, right? Now if I wanted to create See here in Windows operating system, we call it as a folder, right? But here in Linux operating system, we call it as a directory. Okay, that is the only difference. Here it is folder, it is a directory. Now, if you wanted to create a directory here, if I just write some command mkdir, what is this? It is nothing but make directory. Let me open one notepad here. Okay, mkdir full form make directory. Okay, it is used to create folders or directories in your Linux. That is the first one. I'll just say mkdir any name. Let's say I'll name it as Sachin. Okay, if I just click on enter, please observe here. Okay, if I just click on enter, see what happened? A folder gets created. Okay, now again, if I wanted to create another folder mkdir, let's say A, I'll just name it as A. Just click on enter, you can able to see another directory here. And if I wanted to create multiple directories, mkdir, I wanted to create B one directory, C another directory, D another directory, R is another directory, T is another directory. There are multiple 5 folders I'm going to create here. Okay, if I just click on enter, you can able to see all these folders are getting created. Fine. Any doubt here, guys? No doubts. Okay. And now we discussed about how to create a directory. I'll just copy paste this history. If you just execute a command known as history, it gives you all the commands that you used, okay, previously. I'll just copy paste this one to here. Okay, let's remove later. And see, these are the list of directories that were created just now. Okay, now see, my screen is kind of over occupied, right? There are some commands, everything. I wanted to delete this. Okay, I wanted to clear this screen. And then you can write a command known as clear, clear. What this command will do, you will just see. It deletes all your previous commands or previous screens. Fine. And the same, if I just execute one more command, just I'll be randomly I'm executing. Now my screen is fully occupied. I wanted to write some command to clear this. What is that command? I'm using clear. Now if you don't want it to write, what is the shortcut for that? You just need to click on Control plus L. It is cleared. Similar one, if you wanted to write it as clear, that is also fine. Or if you wanted to just click on Control L. Clear, guys? Next, we have completed your what is that? How to create a directory. Now, once it is created here, if you want to delete this folder, how you are deleting? Just click on that directory name or a folder name, just click on enter, right? That is how you are deleting. Now I wanted to do the same thing with the help of command, correct? So for that, what I have is RMDIR. That means remove directory. That is what the meaning is. Second command is RMDIR, deletes the folders or directories. That is what the meaning. If you wanted to create a directory or a folder, then use mkdir. If you wanted to delete the directories, then you need to use rmdir. Now I wanted to delete some this one, let's say, which is that ABC. Oh, sorry. Okay, RMDAR ABC. If I just click on enter, this is gone now. See, that is gone. If I just click on RMDAR Sachin, okay, here it is gone. It is deleted. That is how you can able to delete using RMDIR. Okay, and if you wanted to create multiple directories at the same time, that also you can do. Hello?
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, I installed that software like Bash, but you have selected that folder Linux. No, I'm not getting selected. I just run one command like make directory. But
Okay.
how can we choose that same folder for that?
See, just come here, anywhere come here, just close this. Just create one folder here. Okay.
Okay.
I just now created a new folder. Just double click on it, go inside. You are using Windows 10 or Windows 11, sir?
Windows 10, sir.
If you're using Windows 10, option comes here first time. Okay. If you're using Windows 11, show more options. You'll be getting option like open git bash here. If you just click on this, you'll get it.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. No problem. Okay, where I was? This was the folder. Okay. See, now we have deleted individual folders or directories. Now, if I wanted to delete multiple directories or folders at the same time, just write RMDIR. You already know to delete a directory. I wanted to delete multiple directories. RMDIR B space C space D. These are the three directories that I have on my left side here, right? If I just click on enter, see, those are getting deleted. Clear, guys? If you have any doubts, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll move to next commands. Fine? Guys?
Sir, fine, sir.
Yeah. So the next one, now we have created a folders, right? If you wanted to create a files here, how will you create? In your this one, Windows operating system, again, right click on new, then just click on your text document. That is how you create your files, right? And this might be, if you just open, I'll just write something and I'll save it. This is my text file. This is my text file. So can you please go on mute? Okay. So these are my folders in Windows operating system. Same thing if you consider it as in Linux operating system, these are my directories. This is my files. Files are kind of like you will be writing some text files here, right? So now if you wanted to create a text files, how can I do it? If I wanted to create or delete the files, I was using mkdir and rmdir. I hope everybody is clear with this. Now next command is, let's say if you wanted to create a files, you need to use a command known as touch. Touch is a command which is used to create the files. Clear? Now I'll create a file name with Sachin. Okay. If I just click on enter, what is happening? See, the same kind of file is getting created. If I wanted to create another file, touch, let's say file 1, see, file 1 is getting created on my left side. Okay. Now, if you wanted to create a multiple files together, I'll say file 2, file 3, file 4, then all these files are going to be created at once. Clear, guys? Till now, we have discussed mkdir, rmdir, and touch file. I'll just copy paste the same. If you just execute history command, what happens? mkdir, yeah. These are your commands that we executed till now, correct? So if I wanted to clear the screen, what should I do? Control L, done. Okay, next one is, now we have created these files using touch, right? Touch ABC file has been created on my left side. Now if I wanted to delete this file, how will you delete? Here you will just click, right click, you will be just clicking on this delete button. That is how you delete, right? Now if you wanted to create a files or delete a file, then you need to use something called as rm, remove. For folders or directories, you are using rmdir, but for files you will be using just rem, remove, and name Sachin. Okay, just enter. Sachin is not there. RASCHIN. Okay, rm file one. Not remove file one, no such file or directory. Why? What happened? Just close this once. File 1 got deleted. Remove file 2. See, can you able to see this? And if you wanted to delete multiple files at the same time, file 3 space file 4. Just click on enter and those two files are getting deleted. I hope everybody is clear on this, guys. Hello? Any questions till now? Then I'll take it as no. Sir, if you're raising your hands, please let me know. I'll not be seeing your screens. Yes, Ganga Prasad. Yes, Jaipal Reddy, Ganga Prasad. Yeah, you can. Okay. Force unmute your right. Yeah, yes, guys.
Yes, Sachin, we understood.
Okay.
Clear, sir.
Jaipal Reddy, yes. Sorry, I forced unmute you. So that's why you couldn't able to unmute yourself. Okay. We'll move further. Okay. See, now if I just close this, let me close this. See, now I'm just double clicking on it, Linux. I'm creating another folder inside here. Again, I wanted to create another folder. Okay. Again, let's say I'll change this name first. Let's say I'll call it as easy something. Again, I'll create another folder here. Okay, I'll say it as CVB something. Okay, now first of all, I'm inside my Linux folder, correct? Then there is another folder known as R. I'll just double click. Then there is another folder known as AC. Then I'll just double click. Then I'll click on this CVB, right? See, if somebody asks me where you are currently in, I am at CVB position. If somebody asks you where are you now? I'll just say I am from Bangalore, right? Similar to that. If somebody asks me, where are you currently? I am at CVB folder, right? Here you can able to see just by clicking on this folder or this path. Now, if you wanted to see the same in my command line here, just come here, open git bash. There is a command known as pwd. Okay, pwd stands for present working directory. Okay, if you just click on enter, it will shows you where you are currently in, what is the path that you are now, where you are. That is what it is showing. Same thing, see here also it was same, and here also it is same. Whatever the thing you are doing with the icons, you are just doing with the commands. I think guys you understood this. Present working directory. Okay, this is the another command. Next we'll see one more command, that is, let me come back. Okay, see now here first I'll go to Linux folder. I'll show you again. I'll go to Linux folder. I'll just double click on it. Then I'll come here. Then if I wanted to, here there are so many files and directories, right? And if I wanted to go inside this R directory, what I'll do, I'll just double click on it. Correct? And if I wanted to go inside AC, I'll just double click on it. If I wanted to come back, I'll just click on this icon. I'll just come out of it. If I just click on it, now I'm at R position. If I just click on this, I'm at Linux folder, right? Now, I wanted to replicate this activity with the help of command line. What I can do? Okay, see, if you wanted to see whatever the files which are available here, then there is a command known as ls list. See, why? I'll just close this. See, you just write ls. Ls is nothing but list. List, or literal meaning is show whatever the things are available at my position. That is what it will do. If you just click on, if you just write ls, it will show you all the documents here. We have R. See here, there is a R. Have a Sachin. There is a one document with new text document. There is another document. There is another directory with T. There is another directory. So this is how you can confirm. Now, let's say I wanted to get into this R folder. Here, if I wanted to get into R, I'll just double click on this. Correct? Now, if I wanted to perform the same thing with the help of command, then what I'll do, I'll just do CD. CD stand for change directory. Okay, CD stands for change directory, moving forward or moving backward. That is what it will do. I'll just say CD change directory. To which directory you wanted to go, sir? You wanted to get into R. I'll just say R. Okay, if you just click on enter, you are inside your R directory. How will you confirm whether you are inside R directory or not? You already know one command, that is pwd, present working directory. If you just click on it, it will show you are inside a R directory. If I just click on here, if you go, see the same path has been displayed here. This is in Windows. We just click on some icons here. We just wrote some this one. What is that? Command. Okay. Now in R folder, if you wanted to see what are all the files and directories are available, then I can just write ls. Okay. If you just click on enter, it shows you this is the only folder available, right? Correct. So this is the folder available. Now, if you wanted to get inside this directory, what is the command? You already know, cd, just write AC. AC is just a name. Just click on enter. Now to confirm where you are currently in, just write down pwd, present working directory. Where I'm currently in? I'm currently in AC directory, right? AC folder. If I just click on it, see the same thing. Clear? Guys? If you have any doubts, please
Clear.
let me know. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So the next one is, let us try to use all the command at once. This is kind of an task for you. So first, let me create another directory here. Let me delete this. Okay, I will just delete this also. Now, I'll create one folder here that is Linux. Okay, I'll just get into it. This folder, just click on, right click, open git bash here. Okay, first, I wanted to use all the commands, whichever the commands we use till now. First, I wanted to create a directory. What is that? mkdir with some name ABC. And I'll create another directory, let's say BCA. I'm creating two directories. This is the first one, correct? Now, if I wanted to get into that ABC directory, I'll just double click in my Windows operating system. Here through command line, how will I do? I'll just use CD and before this, if you wanted to confirm whether these two directories are created or not, which is the command, you can use ls. See, these are created. Okay, and if you use ls-l, that is ls long listing, here it is giving you short information whether they are created or not, right? They're just showcasing you whether it is there or not. If you just use -l, see here, if you're using -l, -r, you'll come across all these things. We call it as flags. Okay, ls-l is a flag here. So it gives you some more additional features for your listing command. That's it. If I just execute, ls-l means long listing. That is the meaning. List long listing. If I just double click on it, see, same these two folders. Here also, if I just execute, same thing, but it is giving some additional information to you. That is, when it is created at August 1st, 8/12. There are some, what is the ID of it, who created, what is the permissions, all these details it is displaying. Okay, that is what the difference between ls and ls-l. Okay, so now we have created two directories. Now if I wanted to get into this, let's say ABC directory, how will I do it, sir? We already know a command cd, then just write ABC. Okay, see, no need to write down complete ABC. No, you don't need to write, just type A, and you have one option in your keyboard, tab, you see, right? Tab keyword. If you just click on it, automatically it will pop up. Okay, if I just write BCA, instead of writing BCA completely, I'll just write B and I'll just click on tab. It will auto complete that. Clear? Now I wanted to go inside ABC folder. I'll just write on ABC. Then I wanted to confirm whether where I am in currently now or in which directory I am in. I'll just write down present working directory pwd. It gives me where I am currently in. Okay. Now here again I wanted to create one directory mkdir. Let's say SE. Okay. And if I just write down ls, it shows all the directories which are present there. Directories or files. Again, I'll create one file. What is that file? I'll just say file1. Okay. Now, if I just click enter, this file is created. Just to confirm whether it is created or not, just write down ls, just click on enter and see, I've created one directory and I've also created one file. Now, if I wanted to clear this screen, I'll just click on Control L or clear command, right? Now, ls, Guys, any doubts? I hope there are no doubts.
No.
Everything
No,
is clear, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Sachin, clear.
Sachin, like, is there
Yeah.
any way of getting inside a folder and can we create another one folder like through commands?
Yeah, that is what we are doing, right? See, now this is a folder, right? SCA is a folder, correct?
Okay. Yeah.
Now, if you wanted to get inside this folder, what is the command? cd, change directory, and just write down the name of that directory or a folder. Now, just click on enter. Where you are currently inside, you are inside SA directory.
Okay.
Again, if you wanted to create another directory inside here, let's say I'll write mkdir and let's say I'll say some random name. And if you wanted to create some files, touch, you already know. I'll create some file here. That's it. Okay. Clear, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, where I'm currently in, present working directory is SA. Correct? That is ABC inside SA. I'm creating MA. This is my current working directory, or where that is the folder I'm currently working in. Now, here at a console level or at a graphic level, if you wanted to come back to this folder, what I'll do, I'll just click on this back button, right? Now, again, if I wanted to come back, I'll just click on this back button. Again, if I wanted to come back, I'll just click this, right? Now, how to do this with the help of same command. Sir, if you wanted to move forward, what I was using, cd, then directory name, right? This is where somewhere we use here, right? I'll just clear the screen. Now, if you wanted to come back to from SA, you wanted to come back to ABC folder, you just need to write cd double dot. That's it, nothing else. What it will do, it will come one step backward. It will come back to the previous directory or previous folder. That is what it will do. If you wanted to move forward, cd folder name. If you wanted to come back to the previous folder, then it is cd double dot, and just click on enter. Okay. Now, how will you confirm? Either from here you can also confirm where earlier we are at this position, now we are inside ABC folder. Otherwise, you can also write present working directory. Here, sir, how to use cd. If you wanted to cd to move forward, then just mention as any folder name. If you wanted to come back to the previous version, cd double dot. And guys, hello?
Yes, clear,
Yes.
Sachin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
clear.
If you have any doubts, I can take it up. I think everybody is clear on this. Today, have discussed all those things. History command not available. Okay. See, these are the commands that we discussed today. Right? Do you want this? Yes. If you want, I can just copy paste it.
Yeah. You can give that. Right.
Okay. I'll just create. I'll just share you this file after this call. Okay. And please go through these commands first. Once you are comfortable with these commands, from tomorrow onwards, we can move further, guys. These are the basics of basics in Linux. Okay. Clear on this? I think everybody is clear on this. Please
Yes.
utilize your time on putting your effort for these at least 1 hour. It's easy only, right? Any difficulties in understanding the concepts?
Nothing. No.
Okay.
No.
Sure. So thanks then. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Tomorrow same timings, guys.
Okay. Thank you, Sachin. Bye.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sachin.
Yes, please.
Hi, Sajal. For downloading, you will go with the slow because I can't download it right now. That's why I'm
Sorry.
for downloading, you are in speed mode.
Okay. Do you want me to repeat?
No. I download it, but which one I didn't know. Is it the standalone installer or portable?
Yeah, standalone installer.
Okay. Then,
Yeah.
thank you.
If you have any doubts, please let me know, Surya. Then itself I can clear that. No issues on it.
Okay, Sajal.
Right?
Thank you.
Sure, no problem. Thanks. Bye.